Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Dropping the Glove, episode 700. We're getting up there to 1,000. We might get to 2,000 before Ovechkin, Tim. Or is it 1,000? I don't care. But anyways, this is a big one. Literally a big one. I'm a big human being. Tim's big. When I was a kid, Tim, I always wished I had hands. I was tall. I could move around the ice okay. I didn't have hands. All my coaches, all the scouts, they say, gosh, if we could pair your size with mitts, some skill, some poise with the puck, you'd be a dangerous player. Along comes this new fella to the NHL. He has combined my size with just elite hands, and he's just been nice enough to join the show today. Elmer, I'm going to butcher it, Söderblom.
Yeah, that's worked.
Oh, I
Perfect.
nailed it. Elmer's joining the show. Elmer, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you coming
Yeah,
on
thanks for having me.
from
Thank you so much.
Grand Rapids.
Yes, sir.
Should we talk about that first, or just we'll save the demotion till the end, or let's just dig right into it? Are you okay to
Yeah,
talk
sure.
about? You got sent
Of
down
course.
last week, right?
Yeah.
You come to the
Yeah,
NHL. You come to North America from Sweden.
yeah.
Very successful Swedish career. You come over. First of all, why come across the pond? You're playing in Sweden. You were a 6th-round draft pick by Detroit. Did you have any kind of thought just to stay in Sweden your whole career?
No, I think I always like my biggest goal is to play in the NHL. So I always work towards that goal. So yeah, I thought it was time to take that step and go over here and yeah, do my best and see how it goes.
And how was it early on? Was it because had you ever come to the United States, Canada, North America at all, maybe for some international tournaments, or have you strictly stayed in Europe?
Yeah, so I've only been here for like a couple of like national tournaments with the Sweden and short tournaments. So other than that, I've always been playing in Sweden. So yeah, but I like it though. I like the small ice, and so far it feels comfortable to play on the small ice.
So you come over, people were excited. People were anticipating you. Elmer Söderblom's coming over. There's this mountain of a man. They had Mo Sider last year, 6'6". You're coming over. You're bigger than he is. You're more talented than he is with your stick. You guys are very, very good. You come over, you make the Red Wings right out of camp. You had a good camp in Traverse City, where I am right now. I live in Traverse City, Michigan. Couldn't get tickets to the game. Sold out. Everybody wanted to see Elmer. You make your debut, having a great season. Why do you get sent down? I'm obviously Steve calls you in his office, or he calls you on the phone, or maybe he shoots you a text. I don't know how the Red Wings work. What did he say? Why did he
Yeah,
send you down to Grand Rapids?
yeah. So the first time was because yeah, I got an injury. I like broke my foot basically, so I needed some conditioning to get going. And then this time, yeah, he basically just told me he wanted me to play more ice time and have a bigger role. So in that way, improving my game in terms of defensive zone, moving the puck, and just improving my game overall and make decisions faster to be able to be successful in the NHL. I think I need to improve also that, like my speed and making decisions faster and better decisions. So yeah, I see it just a way to improve here also and get better.
So you were happy with the decision to be sent down?
No, like I'm not happy, of course not. I
I'm
I
kidding.
I want to play. I want to play in NHL, and I think I have that potential for sure. But yeah, just it's a business, so you're just gonna yeah take it as it is, and just try to be positive and just keep going.
Well, the reason people compare us, I'm tall. You're tall. You're 6'8", right? Or are you 6'7" and you just say you're 6'8"?
I think I'm 6'8". I'm 202 centimeters. I don't know exactly what it's converted to inches, but I think it's 6'8".
So let's talk about that. Most people don't understand the difficulty it is to just do basic things when you're tall. We develop a lot slower. Our hand-eye coordination
Yeah,
takes a lot longer to kind of you're not coordinated. You grow so fast, it's hard to kind of get everything to work at the same time. How
yeah,
how did you get so talented? That's what I want to know. Because I worked my tail off on my hands, my feet, everything. I would do plyometrics outside. I'd be running around cones. I'd be stick handling, and I still, there was a ceiling. What have you done to be able to move your hands and feet like a skill guy, but you're 6'8", 240 pounds for Pete's sake?
yeah. So I think for me it started very young. Growing up, I did a lot of different sports, and I think that's a good way to get to learn and control your body at a young age. And
Like
then,
soccer or football?
yeah, I played soccer, I played hockey, obviously, and then me and my brother also did wrestling for a couple of years. I think that also helped a lot with body control and yeah, everything like that. So I think that's a good part to like try different sports and like move your body in different ways. And then also, of course, stick handle a lot. Work off ice. Go to the if you have a shooting area, go there and you know shoot some pucks and also stick handle a lot. So I always like to handle the puck and practice it off ice also. So I think that's the major part of it.
What's your biggest weakness in your game? What do you think that if you could fix one thing? Because I know Eiserman's like, you gotta quick passes, you gotta play more physical, probably you gotta do this and that. Which area do you look in the mirror and you go, I gotta work on that a little bit?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say obviously the physicality to like learn to use my long body and like my heavy body also in like in terms of my beneficial, so I can like improve that game to be able to hold off guys and protect the puck and like really be a threat all over the ice and be able to like, nobody should be able to take the puck from me basically.
Yeah.
That's the main focus you should have. So like yeah, have that confidence to be able to be out there and know that you're the strongest and biggest guy. So yeah, just to use my whole body to the maximum level. I think
And you've had some
that's what I'm like need
success.
to improve.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
had some success. You've shown flashes where there's highlights and you're like, dang, this guy, he's good. Do you feel because that's all it is for hockey players, where you have one good shift and you go, gosh, I dominated that shift. Do you think
Mhm.
that you could be one of these guys that can just control a game based on your size, skill level? Could you be a superstar in the NHL?
Yeah, I mean that's my goal. I think
Yeah.
so. You gotta aim big and work towards this. Of course, it's a lot of work behind it. So like, but my goal is to be that player and improving during the last couple of years here. So yeah, that's the goal.
Did you model your game after me? Because there's not many players that you could look to kind of take little tidbits from. Did you ever watch me as a kid and say, I wish?
Nope.
Tim, shut up, shut your mouth.
I've seen some highlights. Most of them are fights, not maybe
Elmer, careful.
not maybe a fancy goal or anything, but yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's fun to watch you actually.
I actually, not many people know this. I made the All-Star game in 2016 and I scored a few goals. You could probably look up those
Yeah,
highlights.
I've seen that Sally from that game also. When
Oh,
you go
okay.
on, funny,
That's
it's
nice. So
cool.
you did see a couple of those. But in
Yeah.
all sincerity, who did you model your game after? Like when I was a kid, I watched Ray Bork. He was the guy. Is there anybody that you said, okay, I like the way he plays. I'm going to try to be like him, like a Matt Sundin or someone, bigger stature
Yeah,
guy.
I I really loved watching Peter Forsberg when I grew up. I think he had a really cool way to play. He was tough out there, skilled guy, but also liked to play physical and hit guys. So yeah, I really loved his style of play.
What would you rather have? A goal, like a goal to make it 3-1, or just a huge open ice hit? Like, what you say he has a cool way to play, so you want to be that physical guy, like a Tom Wilson? Do you want to blow people up, or what? How is an Elmer Söderblom ideal game go?
Yeah, I don't think I want to run around and look for hits. I think I want to use my physicality in ways of be able to knock somebody off the puck or be able to protect it and take it to the net and be an offensive threat. So I don't want to be a guy that just out there to make hits and look for that. But of course, I want to be able to make those hits when the opportunity comes, and that's something I have to improve and work on as well. But yeah, overall, I want to be as a skilled player also.
Yeah,
So a bit of a combination, I would say.
we had Mo Sider on the show year and a half ago, maybe Tim, around that time frame. He said he
Yeah.
wanted to be a prick. He wanted to get in people's faces. He wanted to hit, but he would never fight. And he's a man of his word. I don't think he's been in one fight in the NHL.
Mhm.
Are you going to fight, Elmer? You have a responsibility
Yeah.
to
I
live up to the tall guys, Hal Gill, massive tough guys, Zdeno Chara,
yeah.
yourself. Are you going to drop the gloves here? Are we going to see you mangle some people?
I don't know. Maybe sometimes. I mean, I think the situation is if it happens, it happens. I mean, it's hockey, so it's gonna be emotional out there. So yeah, if it happens, it happens, and we'll see. Maybe.
Have you been in a fight ever on the ice?
I don't think I've dropped my gloves, but of course, it's been through
Unbelievable.
punches here and there. But so far, I haven't dropped the gloves yet.
It's crazy. Kids don't. I would like, even in minor league, Sweden must be so different. I visited Sweden before.
Yeah,
Beautiful country. We went to Stockholm. It was all right.
yeah.
No fighting in Stockholm. Nothing.
No,
Oh
no.
my.
And also in Swedish, in the Swedish league, it's if you drop your gloves or even fight, you can be off the game and get a
No.
match penalty. So that's the biggest part. Like if you do it here, it's only 5 minutes, right? So or even that. But in Sweden, it's if you fighting someone, it's a big risk that you have to leave the game. So that's why I think
Did you like that?
I don't know. I think it should be like NHL rules in Sweden also.
Well, people talk about
Because
Europe, how it's soft, how it's just a bunch of players not hitting each other. It's just it's women's hockey, basically. Does that
yeah,
bother Europeans to get that reputation? Because people, I include me. I'm like, I don't want our game to be the European game. It's not fun to watch. There's no hitting, there's no fighting, there's no passion. All they do is just touch each other. Don't hit me. So,
yeah,
excuse me. Does it bother Europeans to have that kind of reputation?
yeah. I think that's a part that European has to be better at. Because when those players come over, if you've been in a league where there's not a lot of hitting, and then you come over here, it's gonna be a big difference. So I think, yeah, like especially in Sweden, we need to learn how to protect ourselves in ways of expected to be hit, and not just skid around and look down at the puck and not be ready of your surrounding.
I tell you what, I fought Douglas Murray. That guy was tough. He was from
Yeah,
Sweden. People tell me he just
yeah,
runs
exactly.
runs Stockholm. That guy. He just
Yeah,
is the king of Stockholm. I don't know what that means. but apparently him and Victor Stahlberg just have a lot of fun in Stockholm. All right, Tim is chomping at the bit to
Yeah.
ask you questions. So Tim, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you were this sixth round pick, and we don't really know that much about your story. Obviously, we don't follow the Swedish league as much as we do like the North American leagues. How does a sixth round pick make his way to the NHL? Can you tell us a little bit about your journey to the North America? It doesn't happen that often.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I got drafted in 2019. At the time, I was playing at the Frölunda's program, the J20. Uh, yeah, so the year after the draft, I got a couple games with the A team, but was still playing in the J20 team. And then the year after that, I signed my first contract with the A team, with the Frölunda team. So it was a 2-year contract. So I played those 2 years there. The first year was not so good. I mean, I was basically the extra forward, didn't have a lot of ice time. Then that year, I played the World Juniors, played good there. And then when I come back to Frölunda again, I had some confidence. And yeah, that led me into the next year. And that was pretty much my breakthrough year when I scored I think 21 goals and a couple of assists in that regular season. So yeah, after that, I decided to take the step over here.
Did you get invited to camp? Is that how it works?
I mean, after that this summer I signed with Detroit, so I signed my entry level contract, and then I came here to the training camp, and yeah, take it from there.
How big was the jump in talent and speed and skill and all that, your first training camp? Did you feel like over your head, or did you feel like you kind of fit in with that group?
No, it felt pretty good actually. It was maybe when the game started, it was you felt that it was a smaller ice, faster players, and you had to make your decisions faster. So yeah, but I think I adjusted pretty fast to that, and got my game going pretty well.
And who was it like in the room that sort of, especially after you made the team, like is there a veteran that kind of took you under their wing, or were you sort of on your own?
Yeah, of course. I think it's hard to just say one guy, but of course, all the Swedes, helped me and welcomed me to the team. And like a guy like David Perron, who has been in the league for so long. Yeah, he's a guy that really helps out there and has a lot of tips and tricks.
All right, let's talk about Detroit a little bit. You had a good season. Dylan Larkin being asked if he's going to re-sign. Somewhat of a controversial topic. They send Jakob Vrana down with you to Grand Rapids. Was that unexpected for him to get sent down to the Grand Rapids Griffins? Did you guys take the bus down? How does that work? Because you went down at the same time with him. Was that a surprise that he got sent down?
Yeah, so I think he was here a little bit before me because to get some conditioning going, and then I come down also. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the decisions behind that, but of course he's a really talented player, and he's a he's a goal scorer and a really good player. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
So what's Detroit's room like? I want to know because I've been in good rooms, I've been in bad rooms. There's some characters there, like you mentioned, David Perron, Bertuzzi. You got some fun guys. How was the season going? It was up, it was down. There was some good stretches, there was some not very good stretches. What's the room like?
Yeah, as you said, I think it's some ups and downs. Sometimes we felt really confident and had a really good spark in the group, and sometimes during bad times we had a little bit low energy. But yeah, overall, I think really good group who just figure it out could go a long way, actually.
So when you're playing these teams, you're coming from Sweden. All of a sudden, you're lining up. You're playing against Austin Matthews. You're lining up. There's Ovechkin. You're lining up. There's Artем Panarin. Who's the best player in the NHL? Who's the guy that you saw in real life flying around the ice and you went, man, that guy's better than I thought? Were you overwhelmed? First of all, who's number one in your book? Can't be Detroit Red Wing.
Like I've seen, I would say McDavid, but I haven't played him yet. But you know, watching all those highlights, it's unreal. But yeah, it's crazy to like be in the same league as those players and see them. I mean, my first ever exhibition games in the preseason was against Pittsburgh, so I had to play against Crosby and Malkin, and that was like just really cool and a surreal feeling.
So how did you do? I want to know, because you're expected at your size to do big guy things. You're expected to dominate, to protect the puck, like you said. No one's supposed to touch you. Do you ever get nervous? Do you ever go out there and just kind of are watching these stars rip around the ice? Because you're only 21. These guys are your idols, maybe growing up. Do you ever get just in over your head, a little starstruck?
Yeah, of course. It's a cool feeling, and you when you see those guys, it's just a surreal feeling. But once the puck drop and you're out there and playing the game, I don't think about it too much. You're so much in your game and in the head, so you're just trying to do your best and play the game, and that's kind of take the pressure off you.
Is there anybody you don't like? You came over. You only been over here for what, a couple months. You played a few teams. You develop any rivalries? People get under your skin, because I'm sure people trash talk you, right? Oh, you tall so and so. You're useless. What are you doing out here? Is there anybody you just don't really like?
Actually, not so far.
Elmer, come
on. I'm only playing like 20 games, right? So I haven't been in that heat yet. But maybe someday I have a really rivalry against someone.
Do you trash talk at all when you're on the ice, or you just keep your mouth shut?
No, I'm actually pretty quiet out there. I'm trying to be focused on my game, and I don't try to like lay too much energy on that. But yeah, it's maybe I'll change my mind later on in my career. But as now, it's pretty quiet.
Does anybody trash talk on the ice anymore, or is everyone just so respectful and quiet? Because it doesn't seem like there's much back and forth going on. Is there much?
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot. I would say it depends like what team you're playing and how the games develop. Some games could be pretty quiet, and some games could be like everybody's talking, everybody's saying something to each other. So I think that's something that's a little bit up and down, actually.
Who were the worst teams? The Bruins, probably.
Yeah, you have Marshall there and guys like that. So, and they're a good team also. So, of course, it's frustrating to play against those guys.
Who's the guy? Is it Perron still yapping around? Because when I played against him, he would not shut up. All game long, he would yap.
Yeah. He probably is the guy that talks the most on the team. Actually,
we've done these stories or these polls. It's like, who do you hate the most? And he was always in my top 5. I could not stand that guy for whatever reason. I just didn't like his face. But you say he's a good dude. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a really nice guy.
Seriously?
Yeah, but I don't know how it is to play against him. But I can imagine it's the worst to play against him. But it's good to have him on the team.
Who's the toughest D-man to play against? Because you probably match up versus the big physical defenseman. Is there somebody who are like, damn, that guy's strong? I didn't expect that.
I don't know. Like, I feel like the big guys in the league are obviously, I played a game against Hedman. He's bigger than I thought. I felt like almost short when I stand next to him, but yeah, it's always tough to play against those big demons.
What's your go-to? I'm fascinated by you. I could talk to you all day. How much do you bench press?
you have to convert this because I only know it in kilograms. So
Okay.
yeah, so I haven't done it in a while. But back in Frölunda, I think I did like 137 kilograms was my maximum.
137 kilograms. That's about 300 pounds. No way.
Yeah, so that was my my maximum bench press, 1 rep.
No.
He doesn't believe you.
You come on this show and you lie to everybody. 137 kilograms. No,
Yeah.
no. Really?
Yeah,
Tim, that's
Do you
300
have-
pounds.
Do you have long arms too?
yeah, I have it too, but I don't know. So I just bench press was we did it pretty much.
Did you
back in
bounce it off
Frölunda.
your chest like a cheat? Like, did you just geesh and bounce it up, or did you stop?
Yeah, like no, I actually like have a pretty pretty big like bridge. You know, you bridge up like this and have your chest pretty high, so then you
Yeah.
can like go.
Take your shirt off. Let me see your chest.
No, but that's how I do it. Like trying to bring the chest as much up as possible, and then you can just push off the bench press.
Because 300's a lot. I've never put up 300 in my life. I'm lucky to put up 250. Like that's a lot of weight. That's impressive if you're putting up 300. What do you squat? How can you do chin ups? That's what I want to know. Like a pull up.
Yeah, I can do it maybe, but I don't know. I don't do many. Like if I should do a maximum reps, maybe I'll do 10 max.
10's
7.
a lot.
Yeah, maybe 7, 8 around there.
I thought he was gonna say something like maybe like 20.
No,
40.
No, it's like it's so hard when I do chin up. Like when I go down, my knees almost touch the ground, so I need to like really put my legs up to be able to.
I'm taller than you are,
chin-ups.
Elmer. Okay, I'm taller than you. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I know how it is, but I also weigh 30 pounds more than you do. All right,
Yeah.
now, and then I don't care if anybody thinks it. What do you squat? Because I enjoyed the squat. What is your max squat? 400 kilograms?
No way. Like the squat is actually, I think I haven't been doing as much because I have like some issue with my back growing
Which is
up.
smart because you don't use your legs with hockey very much.
But I have done like much other stuff, with kettlebells and weights. That's not on my back. But when I did the maximum test in the squats, maybe I did 220 kilograms. No, 180 kilograms, maybe.
So
around
what is
190.
that? That's about 360-ish, probably.
Yeah, maybe somewhere.
Almost 400.
That's pretty good. That's still pretty good. He's a strong boy, Tim. He's a strong boy. I enjoy that. So you're in Grand Rapids. Did he give any indication? Sorry, this interview is all over the place, Elmer. I'm very fascinated by you. Is there any? What did he say? He said, "Go down, work on your game. Don't call us. We'll call you." Or did he give you like, "You'll be back up here for sure"? How did he end the conversation with you?
Yeah, it was basically just pretty short, and go down there again, get some more ice time, get a bigger role, try to improve your game, like around the walls, and be strong on the puck, making faster plays, better plays, and all that stuff. And then like he didn't say it for how long, so I guess just to be here until I heard something else. So yeah, that's basically how it is.
So you're 2 games in. How do you think it's going so far?
It's a tough league, It's really a fast-paced game here, and it's a lot of back and forth, and everyone is physical here also. So yeah, but so far I think it's going pretty well. But yeah, definitely a tough league also.
Yeah, AHL's the gap between the AHL and the NHL it's close. Yeah. It's a lot closer. When I was playing, it was the jungle. You'd go down there, get in 15 fights, and you wouldn't like score 1 goal. You wouldn't touch the puck. All right, Tim. Tim likes to do or rapid fire, Elmer, to our guests. Is that what you're going to
Okay.
queue up here, Tim?
Yeah, just quick questions, quick answers. I got a few here.
Okay.
First one, if a movie was made about your life, what actor would play you?
Oh, that's a new question, Tim.
I've been working on it.
And I don't know any good actors. Maybe someone tall. Maybe Swedish. Maybe Skarsgård. He's pretty tall.
You got is he lying again? I don't even know who that is.
You know
Skarsgård?
Skarsgård?
Skarsgård.
Scotchgard? I put it on
Alex.
like my seats.
Stop, you're messing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know
What's
who
your
that is.
favorite American restaurant?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I really like Chipotle. Like just to get after training. But if you mean a fancy restaurant, I don't know. I have
Chipotle is great.
probably no.
It's
Yeah.
funny how that'll change. That'll be your answer for 2 years. Then you've been in the league for like 5-6 years, and that'll change. But my
Yeah.
first 2 years it
Yeah.
was Subway. Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Love that stuff.
So good.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Scotchgard.
Ooh, let's go with Margot Robbie.
Oh, okay. He's a blonde.
She's probably our most common answer.
Yeah.
What would your last meal be?
Before he gets murdered.
If you could just pick your last meal.
Going dark here, Tim. I like it.
Probably a really good burger.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
A
If you could
burger.
Yeah, a really nice burger.
What's a nice burger to you?
A lot of cheese, some bacon, some tomatoes, lettuce, some dressing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that's it.
He's a simple man, Tim.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's so good. So good.
Couple more. Make an NHL. If you could pick any two line mates in the entire NHL, who would they be? Make the best possible line.
McDavid and Matthews.
Okay.
Nice.
Even in the playoffs, if it was like a crucial time, you would still want those two guys.
Yeah, probably offensive.
Yeah. Probably not if you're up a goal. Maybe Bergeron or somebody.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Just two more. What surprised you the most about living in America?
Good or bad?
The traffic is really weird. Like if you're on the highway, cars are flying by right and left, and it's no structure. And you can turn like right here on red lights. That I didn't know that first, so I was like just standing there and waiting for the green light. So yeah, I think the traffic is really something else compared to Sweden.
Well, there's no traffic in Sweden? I've been to Sweden. There's traffic.
Yeah, but it's a lot more structure, I would say.
He's calling us stupid, Tim.
It's
That's what he's
organized
calling
over there.
Stupid. Yeah.
Dumb Americans. That's what he's calling. You believe this guy? He comes on, he lies about what he benches. Calls the whole country dumb. Unbelievable. This guy.
He's not wrong.
That's how it is. It's
Yeah.
true.
Last question. What's the best advice you ever got?
Oof. That's a tough one. I don't know. Maybe just follow your dreams and work hard. I think that's the biggest part of success is to work hard and like go for your goals and follow your dreams.
What's the hardest thing about coming over here from Sweden? Is it the food?
That's the one thing actually, to get to get good food and be able to cook good food for yourself also, because that's an important part of your lifestyle to eat well.
When you go to
yeah, definitely.
when you go out to dinner, what's a typical order? Because you got to eat food. You got to have at least 6,000 calories a day in your peak performance. You're training all the time. I would order 2 entrees, a salad, and an appetizer, then 4 or 5 beers.
Mm-hmm.
What is your order like when you go to a restaurant?
Yeah, of course I got to eat a lot. So maybe start off with a salad and then some some nice big steak or maybe some pasta dish. And then maybe I'll skip the 5 beers, maybe only 1 beer or something or 2.
Okay.
But yeah, I do it pretty simple actually.
They
But I like a
still
lot of food actually.
in the A, beers on the bus. Have you been on the road yet?
No, I haven't been on the road yet.
Because usually the rookies will get the beer for the bus. I don't know. You have some
Okay.
veterans on the team. Did you have to do it in the
Mhm.
NHL? Because I had to do it in the NHL too. Were there beers on the bus
No,
in
I
the
think
show?
yeah, I think it was already there. Like some guy brought it there already. So I actually didn't do it.
You did?
No, I hadn't. No, I didn't do it.
Who drinks the most? Does someone have a drinking problem? Tell us.
I would say the guy drinks the most, probably Oscar Sundqvist. He's
Steve Eiserman, did you say? Unbelievable, Tim.
Who are you closest with on the wings? Who do you spend your time with?
I would say like the younger guys, like Berggren and Joe. We're pretty much the same age, so it's easy to talk about things and have things in common and stuff like that. So I would say the younger guys.
One more question, and for me, anyways, Tim, you can wrap it up with something else. Do you guys see where the Wings are headed? Because before you got here, probably when you were drafted, they were a dumpster fire. Bad contracts, no talent in the pipeline. Fast forward to now, there's exciting young players everywhere. You finally have some goaltending situation. There's some good goaltenders on the roster. Can you guys see where this is heading? Do you guys
Yeah,
talk about that?
yeah, of course. I mean, I think it's a lot of talent in the prospects and the upcoming youth and the depth that the organization have. So I think it's a bright future actually, and yeah, hopefully we could make it go really well. And yeah, I agree with what you said. It's upgoing trend to be a good team.
Well, I hope, Elmer, we see you soon wearing that Red Wings jersey. You deserve it, man. Work on your game down there. We're excited to see you back up in Detroit. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Go have some burgers. Enjoy your
I will.
day. Have fun in Grand Rapids. And hey, man, thanks for coming on. You were a fantastic guest. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. Pleasure.
All right, everybody. Go check out. Do you have a Twitter or an Instagram people can talk to you, Elmer?
Yeah, I have an Instagram. It's just at Elmer Söderblom. So yeah, that's what I use the most.
All right, go follow him because he's just a little bit of a liar, but that's okay. We're just a great guy. Just
We'll
kidding.
see. We'll see about that.
You got to post a video of you bench pressing and then look in the
I can
camera and
do
be
it.
like, "Suck it, Scott."
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it in the summer.
All right, thank you for coming on, Elmer.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you so
everybody
much.
listening. Cheers, everybody.